Teacher professional standards. In the previous video, we considered the role of pre-service and in-service teacher education in providing professional teachers with the knowledge, skills, attitudes and approaches they need for effective, inclusive, student-centered teaching. Teacher education focused on teachers' work delivers the best outcomes. In recent years, many countries and organizations have developed formal teacher standards to guide teachers' work, training, professional development and teacher certification. Such standards help develop professional teachers. These standards should indicate teaching by focusing on teachers' work, responsibilities and professional proactive actions. Additionally, the standards can connect to initial teacher education, teaching qualifications, continuous professional development and teacher registration and certification. Let us now have a look at some examples of professional teaching standards. UNESCO. In 2019, UNESCO released a global framework of professional teaching standards focused on teaching to enhance equitable and quality education for all. They support strengthening the teaching profession and helping realize the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 4 on quality education. Drawing upon research, UNESCO presents 10 standards under 3 domains of teachers' work. First, knowledge and understanding. Second, practice, including pedagogy. And third, teaching relations, including professional relationships. The framework indicates possible connections and applications of the standards. For example, indicating the minimal requirement for teacher registration, giving guidance to what teacher education and professional development courses should cover as a foundation for other policy, such as education leader standards, and to recognize outstanding educators. The framework encourages professional autonomy and academic freedom. It does not promote management and control of teachers. Please take your time to look through the UNESCO standards documents at the end of this video in the resources. In addition to considering specific standard statements, please read the 12 principles that underpin the UNESCO Professional Teaching Standards Framework. The Philippines. The Philippines introduced professional standards for teachers in 2017, focused on what teachers should know, do and value to be competent in improving student learning outcomes. They address inclusion and diversity across 7 domains, and Domain 3 explicitly indicates how professional teachers address learners' gender, needs, strengths, interests and experiences, learners' linguistic, cultural, socioeconomic and religious backgrounds, learners with disabilities, giftedness and talents, learners in difficult circumstances, learners from indigenous groups. Connections between the standards, teacher education and teacher registration are not in place yet. The standards currently provide a self-reflection tool for teachers. Australia. Australia established teachers' professional standards in 2010. The principles and domains of these standards reflect those of UNESCO and the Philippines. 3 domains of professional knowledge, professional practice and professional engagement overarch the 7 standards and 38 focus area statements. The standard and focus area statements are at 4 levels of professional competence. Graduate, required for graduation and provisional teacher registration. Proficient, indicating a fully competent teacher. Highly accomplished, indicating an outstanding professional teacher. Lead teacher, indicating a highly accomplished teacher providing significant leadership to the profession. The standards have direct links to policies and processes of initial teacher education qualifications, teacher registration and certification, and continuing professional development in the form of a teacher's professional framework. The Australian standards also have connections and explicit requirements for equity and inclusion as part of teachers' professional practice. For example, focus areas. 1. Students with diverse linguistic, cultural, religious and socioeconomic backgrounds. And 2. Strategies for teaching Aboriginal and Torres Straits Islander students. And 3. Differentiate teaching to meet the specific learning needs of students across the full range of abilities. And 4. Strategies to support full participation of students with disabilities. While the risk of management of teachers exists in the application of any standards framework, In Australia, the framework is separated from the government or employer, and outcomes under the framework are decided by teachers or independent professionals. As we have said, professional standards enable professional teachers. Pre-service and in-service teacher education addressing standards and focused on professional practice improve individual disadvantaged student outcomes. Teacher education to develop informed and critically reflective professionals can facilitate a twin track of quality and social justice and equity approach. Peters and Oliver, 2009, found that social justice and equity and quality education outcomes are not mutually exclusive. Their study and others show that schools that promote inclusive education improve learning quality and equity. For example, Finland, Poland and Cuba achieve good PISA results and equitable education outcomes. Additionally, many studies question the value of national high-stake tests. Teacher education should encourage and enable professional teachers to build a school community and inclusive education models. Professional teachers who collaborate and work with others in the school community, including the broader community, can develop and enact an educational approach based on equity and inclusion. The leadership to achieve this comes from professional teachers. Examples of this approach are the Accelerated Schools project in the USA, Finland's comprehensive school system, and the Escuela Nueva school model that originated in Colombia and achieved significant success, particularly in rural schools and disadvantaged communities.